We want to share with you some interesting people and places near the Thames path between Putney Bridge and Wandsworth Bridge in Fulham. In the early 19th century, Fulham was a village outside London, providing the city with fruit and vegetables from farms and markets, gardens.
Why did the Sullivan family choose to live so close to the River Thames?
The Thames was the main route that people could travel in London because the roads weren't very well developed. So people would buy lovely houses on the edge of the river so they could get to them very easily. Also, like today, the air in London was very, very bad. So if you could move just a little bit out of London, you got lovely fresh air.
We are going to tell you how Charlotte Sullivan, who lived during the Victorian times, helped the people in Fulham and the area around Broomhouse Lane.
We have heard that Charlotte Sullivan was very kind. What did she do for the people of Fulham?
Oh, she did so much for the people of Sullivan. She was a very great benefactress. I think she was taking over from her father, Lawrence, who built the Elizabethan schools. I think you've all seen the Gothic school up there, which he built as a ragged school. This was for the very, very poor children of Fulham. She did a lot of things for All Saints Church, and then she started to move to St Diona's Church, which really owns much to Charlotte Sullivan. She built the Mission Hall, you know, that big building on the corner. She also built what's now called Sullivan Hall, and she also started something called the Parsons Green Club, which was for working men so that they could get a little bit of an education, and then it was sports and everything else. In fact, your school is sitting on the Parsons Green cricket field.
There was a very famous garden designer called Humphrey Repton, and he designed the gardens for the family that lived here, the Ellis family. The Sullivans lived here, the Ellis family lived next door. And he designed the gardens for them. And he said, well, what we need now is to have some Alderney cows in the gardens. Alderney cows, said the owner of the house. Why Alderney cows? He said, because they're very little, and it'll make the distance between the house and the river seem much bigger.
We are now standing where the former Broomhouse used to be. It was demolished in 1911 after Charlotte Sullivan died. The grounds are now part of the Hurlingham Club. The Hurlingham Club was established in 1869. It was originally a pigeon shooting club, but now it is an exclusive member club where lots of sports are played.
What are the best and worst things of being so close to the River Thames?
In 1928, a long time ago, there was a huge flood that flooded all of the grounds here, and you can see little marks where it reached. There's a wonderful man called Bevis Sanford, who was alive then. He's still alive, he's almost 100 years old, and he remembers seeing, when he was your age, seeing the water flooded all over and little birds swimming into the house through the open doors on the floodwater.
Why is it not possible for the Thames path to follow the river at this point?
This is one of the very few bits of the foreshore that's left that is as it was in the past, and it has a lot of marine life and things which have been able to survive here, whereas further down the Thames with all this building, all of this has been lost. So it's now designated as an area of special interest and therefore is protected by the Environment Agency, and it has to stay as it is.
The Broomhouse dock was an access point to the river with a slope to allow horses and carts to get to the foreshore to load or unload barges. The part of the riverside next to Broomhouse dock was used to store oil products. Most factories and wharves in the area have now gone and been replaced by houses and residential buildings. On the corner of Carnwharf Road and Peterborough Road, we find the Piper Building. It was built in the 1960s as the gas board offices, and it is named after the artist John Piper, who created the designs that decorate the entrance porch. Well, that's it from us. We hope you enjoyed it. Come along to the Thames Path to enjoy the river and discover more about the history of this area.